PBS. Here again is Jane Pauley.
That's a tune from the Go-Go's, the all-woman band that's played just about everywhere on the globe. Now their music is going to be heard on Broadway. With Tracy Smith, let's catch their act.
Here it is. Take it in. Did you book out here? It's your Broadway theater.
The Go-Go's, the barrier-breaking 1980s hitmakers, have stood on a lot of stages, but never this one.
Barbara was on this stage too. Barbara Streisand, remember her?
They're in Streisand territory because the Go-Go's phenomenon has come to Broadway. They actually don't appear in the new musical comedy Head Over Heels. But some years ago, a Broadway producer thought it'd be a great idea to artfully insert Go-Go songs into an Elizabethan-era story. About a royal family and a prophecy that could spell their doom.
And just to clarify, this is not your life stories.
No. Yes, thank you for clarifying that.
We were not born in the 1580s.
Even though sometimes we might feel like it.
They may feel that way because they've done this walk from the dressing room to the stage hundreds, maybe thousands of times.
We're all really good at doing this. You know, we are really, really good at being Go-Go's.
On and off for 40 years now, these women get together to show why the Go-Go's have been called one of the most successful all-female bands in the history of rock and roll.
When you're up on stage looking out at the audience, what do you see?
Grandparents, parents, kids.
What's that like?
It's thrilling, you know, that our music has that kind of appeal.
That's not the way it began in 1978, when Belinda Carlisle and Jane Wiedlin decided, somewhat naively, to form a group.
We came from the punk rock scene in LA, where anything went and you could learn as you went along, and we had no idea how to play our instruments or do anything.
We were absolutely rotten when we started.
Here's what they sounded like in an early rehearsal. Rough, maybe, but enough to attract other members who'd actually played music before. Drummer Gina Schock, who missed our interview because of surgery, bassist Kathy Valentine, and guitarist Charlotte Caffey.
You were trained in classical piano.
Yeah, and so I was a little scared of them, but it was kind of exciting. They were the cool girls that were punky, and I was kind of more like, you know, reserved and straight, kind of.
It's hard to imagine now, but in their early days, the Go-Go's each made about $40 a week.
How many proverbial doors were slammed in your faces?
Every
door.
All the record executives were telling you,
Well, they wouldn't sign us because we were women, or girls. We were girls then.
But the girls did make it happen. We Got the Beat became the Go-Go's first hit in England and then in the United States. Like almost all of their music, it was written, arranged, and performed by all women.
what did that do to have it be all female?
I think it emboldened us.
Yes.
I mean, especially the five of us, we've always said, like, we're this five-headed monster. When we're together, it's like this ball of energy that can be a force for good or a force for evil.
Truth is, underneath all the fun and fizz was something a little more serious. You can hear it in Our Lips Are Sealed.
Now that song in particular has it's upbeat, but if you listen to the lyrics,
Yeah, that's kind of a go-go trademark, that we always make an effort not to make something like 100% happy or 100% sad. We like to mix things together to keep things more interesting.
It's really, I love it.
And the same goes for their 1982 hit Vacation. The video seems happy-go-lucky until you look a little closer.
That video, that was like a 14-hour shoot, and we were so bored and miserable that we all started drinking, and they filmed the close-up, you know, yeah, to do something different. No, you know, when this part in the video where it looks like we're on the skis, and we were so drunk by then, if you like look at our eyes, we're all like.
And while they all seemed chummy at this People magazine photo shoot a few weeks ago, the band's history hasn't been so happy-go-lucky either.